Here we have a one-day cuckoo clock. It has a regular movement in it. It's for a friend of a friend, Sandy Ward. Um, she's telling me that the chains don't want to move. She says she bought it about 15 years ago. She hasn't had it serviced, so I'm going to take it apart and clean it. The movement, and we'll just take the back cover off and show it to you. The movement, like I said, it's identified as a regular one-day movement. It shows 25p. In accordance with the Cuckoo Clock Repair Guide Manual, that'd be 1982, 2002, or 2022. So I'm thinking it was made in 2002, because they said they bought it brand new about 15 years ago. So we're going to take this thing apart and clean it. As with all cuckoo clocks, the first thing I do is I remove the hands. You unscrew the front nut here. It's a hunter style cuckoo clock. You take the nut off. You got the minute hand. You got the bushing that the minute hand sits on, and it allows you to adjust the minute hand, and you take off the hour hand. Next thing you want to do is release the cuckoo clock bird from the door. And as you can see, this bird is a newer style bird. It doesn't have any wings on it. It's just a piece of wood that's carved. So I'm going to take the door off by lifting up the wire 90 degrees. And most of the time I can get my fingers in here to do that, and I can with this bird also. Lift up the wire to about 90 degrees, and that will allow you to remove the wire from the door. The bird goes in. If the door is loose, you push on it, which allows it goes to the bigger staple, and which two smaller staples hold the bigger staple to the base of the clock. And then there's this staple right here that holds the wire. You want to push that in also to make sure it's all secure. Next step we want to do is remove the bellows. In this case, there's a Phillips screw, and I'll remove the bellow by taking the screw out. When you're working on cuckoo clocks, you want to have your standard tools, such as a Phillips and a standard screwdriver, a pair of needle nose pliers. Once that Phillips screw is out, you should be able to take a standard screwdriver. If the bellow is not glued in, you should be able to remove it from the nail. Now, if it's got glue in it, you're going to have to take a knife and scrape along the edge. It'll take a while, but you should be able to get the bellow out. Once the bellow is removed, you remove the wire from the high note lift arm. And I always take a rubber band and secure the wire that connects to the bellow. That way I know that wire goes to this bellow. The bellows are not torn. They work. There's the weight that drops the bellow. So again, I always take a rubber band and secure this wire to the bellow. That way I know this wire goes to this bellow. Put it in my box to hold my parts. And then remove this bellow. This bellow here will have the extra wire on it to lift the cuckoo bird up and down. Now this is the low note lift arm, lifted out of the way, and because I got the other wire secured to the bellow, I don't really need to secure this wire to the bellow. I will take some glue and glue this piece of paper down because it's there. This bellow works just fine also. And I talked about this before. When you go to put the bellows back in, you want to make sure that you put the nail in the right hole and the screw in the right hole. The more holes you put into this wood, you're going to change the sound of the bellow. Do you hear the difference? With me, with my thumb off the hole, you get a higher pitch sound. With my thumb on the hole, you get a deeper pitch sound. So the more holes you put in this wood, you're going to change the sound of the bellow. So you try to use the same holes. And there's the wire for to lift the bird up and down. Next step that we need to do is remove the chains, and I'm going to do that in the next video.